gonna you can drop them off now. You can pick them up at like 2 a.m. You know, and we'd be like, we're staying overnight, man. We're gonna stay up all night. You know?
Fuck yeah.
Cup to cup.
Welcome everybody. It is Cup to Cup episode number 296. We got a great episode ahead of you. I'm super excited. Super excited. Super
so
duper,
excited.
duper
Fucking go.
excited. We got opening item. We got Florida man. Got a ton of voice nuggets. Fantastic.
So many
of voice nuggets. We also have random Twitter finds from Chris. Dad tip.
This all
is where we
sounds
fucked
so
up.
familiar, but
I don't get trivia. So much stuff. Look. Did we already record some of this and not hit record? Yes. Have we done it
I was going to say, were you going to say
yes.
it?
Are we here today? Chase's cannons.
The cannons, the fucking cannons are here, bro.
I can't.
Pow, pow, pow.
I'm going to introduce everybody because there's a lot of people not here, obviously, because that's why we fucked up. But anyways, my name's Kevin.
Taking the week off.
I'm lowered down to top 10, I think. I was top 7. I'm now top 10. Went down
hanging
3
in the top
spots
10
because
now.
I didn't hit record on the last time we did this. So here we are. Top 10 podcast hosts. And, I appreciate everybody coming in. And I got Chris here as well. Chris, talk to me about your drink. What are you drinking right now?
Hey, as we did in 7 minutes, I told everybody that I got Coronas for Cinco de Mayo. I also shout out Will. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
shout out
William.
Jason.
Happy birthday,
shout
Will.
out Teresa. And so I got some
Teresa.
Coronas. And I remember back in the day, you used to have loaded Coronas. So good. Little Bacardi Limon, or as we learned in 7 minutes, there's some
Limon.
flavored liquor, flavored vodka you can put in there. Well, Chris didn't have flavored vodka. Chris just rolls with Tito's. So Chris said, let's try to make a loaded Corona with Tito's. I will tell you, it's not the worst drink I've ever had,
Vodka, yeah.
but I would probably not do it again. And by probably, I
would
not.
say-
So this one is just currently an actual Corona, and it's
Thinking about this
Okay.
too, Chris. If you would have at least put a lime in there, that might have
Yeah,
helped out.
literally anything. Done
I didn't have any
anything
limes.
at all.
No limes.
Instead of just
Why did you even buy
pouring
Corona
vodka.
then? Like I would have.
I was going to get Ultra, but I was at the gas station and I saw them.
You're feeling the holiday.
I was feeling the holiday. Yeah.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. Chris, absolute fuck up. We also have Chase here.
Biggest fuck up of the night, I would say.
Yo,
Yeah, no doubt.
no, definitely not. Chase is here as well. Chase, tell
He
me
is
something
here.
interesting about yourself.
I am great at technology, as you know.
No.
Well, me too.
10 out of 10. Yeah, yeah.
No. Chase, I gave you I went up a little bit. I'll give you 3.5, Chase. I give you 3.5.
I'm at least a
of 10.
4. Come on, man.
If this computer stays charged through this whole episode, I'll bump you up to 4.
It's
Not fair.
no shot. All right, I'm dropping to a 2.
Shit, I'm going
Dropping
the wrong
to a
way.
2.
Going
Chase
the wrong
did
way.
have to switch his computers during 7 minutes. Haven't automatic freeze up 7 minutes into
Classic
the episode.
Chase.
After
Chase,
having no issues at all for 20 minutes before that. So, perfect.
Huh? It's when we hit record. That's
That's when it happens.
which is a rare occasion apparently. But anyways,
2.5.
let's get right into our opening item. Get excited, boys. There we go.
Excuse me, do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
No, how much?
Enough to break the ice. Hi, Fred Searing. How are you?
No, how much? How much is
Not
that?
how much? Not how much?
You bet.
Opening item, your top 3 actors growing up pre-13. You just say preteen, I think, is what.
Yo, I
No,
copied
you gotta say
exactly what Jason
pre-13.
said.
Pre-13.
For
exactly how
Chris
he
and I,
said it.
that's basically the 90s. For Kevin, that's the 70s. What year did we
Early
decide it
80s,
was?
perhaps.
Early 80s. Early 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
Jaws.
Squeeze
Is
in the
that
early
like?
80s.
Are we talking Jaws or maybe Empire Strikes Back at least though?
I was born in 1982, and I'm goddamn proud of it.
So proud of that year.
Anyways, I'll go first. For me, it's easy because I only watched 2 movies from 0 to 13, and it was Indiana Jones and Top Gun. So it was Harrison Ford and Tom Cruise. It was Maverick and Indy. That's all that mattered. Nothing else mattered.
Indy.
And nothing else matters. That's Metallica for you. But
I was always more of a Iceman, a Val Kilmer fan in that movie. But you do you.
So there's really
like
not a third
Iceman?
one.
No, fuck no. Who else am I gonna pick?
No, I don't know. There's nobody else from that time you could think of.
I mean, these are the 2 guys that I wanted to be like. I wanted to be Indiana Jones. I wanted to be Maverick. I would even to this day, I try to get that close shave like Tom Cruise's very close shave on Top Gun. It's impossible. I don't.
Well,
even
you're
know
too
how
much of a man. That's why.
What do you? Don't you?
You're too hairy.
Watch your mouth when you talk about.
Are you
Maverick
still
and
trying to
Top
do it? You still going for it?
I don't think it's possible to acquire that that first Top Gun Tom Cruise. Let me see if I can pull it up while you guys are kind of talking about your top 3. But go ahead. Chris.
I'll knock mine out. The first one's got to be Robin Williams. I mean, he's a staple of the '90s between Hook, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji. As Chase has said, the classic movie Kevin loves,
Flubber.
Underrated to some. Kevin thinks it's just absolute trash.
Flubber is the worst movie in the history of mankind.
Ever.
That's just absolutely
ever.
false.
It's top 5 worst movies of all time.
That's just false. There's way worse movies.
It's a 5.3 on IMDb. It 24%.
Yeah, I mean that's
5.3.
Granted, that's not good. That's not top 5 worst of all time.
Okay, the audience was 33%. That's not good, but I don't know if it's top 5 of all time.
No, definitely not.
Whatever.
Kevin's give that the lowest bones of all time.
None of those Fast and the Furious movies are worse.
Nope.
Not one.
Kevin,
Not one.
you heard it here, folks. He's watching Fast and Furious.
Wow,
before
I
he watches
forgot what a
Flubber.
big fan of Fast and the Furious Kevin was. That's right. That's
Fast
I am
5
a huge
especially.
fan.
He's a
That's
big
his favorite
fan.
one.
His favorite franchise.
Favorite one. Next one's Jim Carrey because I mean he had
It's a
both
great
Ace
one.
Venturas, Liar Liar, Dumb and Dumber, The
a
Mask.
great
So
one.
many good Jim Carrey
It's a
ones.
great one.
And
I don't
then-
know how I forgot about him when I was doing my list.
And then I had to go Adam Sandler because again Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, he's classic. So those 3. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great one.
Here's
That's a
Tom
good
Cruise.
list.
Look at his face. Smooth as a baby's bottom. That's it.
Oh. The
Chase's
horniness in
cannon.
Kevin.
The
Chase's
cannons.
There they are.
Bro,
Pow,
the
pow, pow.
cannons are- Chase, what are your top 3?
The first 2 came to mind pretty quick, which is Robin Williams, like Chris said. I mean, Hook, the great Flubber.
Where is a hook?
Yeah.
Hook.
Yeah,
Hook.
Jumanji,
Rufy.
Aladdin.
Oh.
He's just all over the 90s, all over my childhood. Adam Sandler, same thing. I watched freaking every Adam Sandler movie growing up, dude. Me and Justin would just I think we probably watched Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison easily 30 times each.
Which one do you like more?
Oh man, that's tough. I would lean Happy Gilmore. It's tough though. It honestly, a lot of it depends on the mood I'm in. But anyways, then the other 2, I narrowed it down to 2 others, and since I'm me, I'm gonna go more than 3. I'll pick Will Smith, but I'll mention the 4th option. Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Independence Day. Even Bad Boys, although that was, I was a little young at the time when that came out, so I probably didn't watch it till I was older.
Seen you watching those R-rated movies? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wasn't there another one?
Men in Black, obviously, Wild Wild West is the most obvious one.
Stop. Wild
Hold it.
Wild West.
It's clearly the number one.
Why
Yeah.
are we just naming these fucking terrible movies?
Because I genuinely really liked that movie as a kid.
Again, it had funny
Was it a
parts.
good
No
movie?
way.
Was it a good
Awful
movie?
movie.
No, it is not a good movie. But as a kid Chase very much enjoyed that movie.
Kevin,
And
which movie
this is
worse,
asking
Flubber
about
or
when
Wild
we
Wild
were
West?
kids.
That's the fucking question. There
Which
you
movie
go.
is worse, Flubber or Wild Wild West?
That is the question.
You have to watch one. Which are you going to watch?
Wild Wild West.
I mean, it's a
gotta
pretty
be
great
Wild
movie.
West.
It's a pretty great movie.
No, it's not.
But
Rotten Tomatoes 16%. Oh my god!
audience score?
That might be the worst I've ever seen.
Is that
Hold on,
audience
what?
score?
That's pretty low.
Audience or critics?
That's which one's the popcorn meter?
The first one is the critics. So the popcorn, the
First
audience
one
is
is 16.
28%. It's not much better.
20.
Hey, look at that. Yeah, that's not bad.
Hey, that's not bad.
The other one I was going to say, and this is definitely just me, is Sean Connery. I've relayed this information already, but my dad and I had a tradition that every Friday we would go to either Movie Gallery or Blockbuster, and we would rent a different James Bond movie and watch it together.
That's a pretty
which-
awesome tradition. I love James Bonds.
I really want to do that with Hudson. And again, I have so many memories of going to
When did you start
Blockbuster.
doing that? Like when? I don't know, because there's lots of sex scenes.
Yeah, but a lot of dude, it's crazy because a lot of those early ones are rated, like PG, but like they're not PG. Like that's the crazy
Like,
part. Is
whoa.
like they'll rate them PG, but like I mean, there's all kinds of like death and sex scenes and shit. Like it would definitely be PG-13 or R. But I was maybe like I don't know 10. 10 sounds about right.
You're out here watching Bad Boys.
That sounds about
You're watching...
when I was like. This sounds about when I was like when I was watching shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude,
but I feel like it's just different for kids now. Like,
Yeah,
at
I
10
agree.
years old, I would have never showed Avery something like that.
But I feel like 10-year-olds were watching like Avengers though. No?
I don't know.
Probably.
It's
But
like
yeah,
the other night, I wanted to show the girls. I like Post Malone. So when I like something, they're listening to it too. And I saw he posted on his YouTube his Coachella concert, And I was like, girls, look, you can watch Post Malone live. And bro, this motherfucker dropped 48 F-bombs in a row. Like, fucking, hey, thank you fucking everybody for fucking coming
Fucking love
out.
y'all so much.
So much. Hey,
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
let's go, everybody. Hey, believe in your fucking self because you're the fucking person. I'm just like, geez.
Kev's like, I've got to turn this off immediately.
Couldn't have been 35. Had to go with the
like 2 or 3, I was like, hey, I expected it. 48 of them like in a row. I was just
Too
like, all
much.
right, I actually have to turn this off now, Posty. I gotta at least fast forward.
yeah.
I want to.
But I have so many great memories of going to Blockbuster, Movie Gallery Friday night, renting the movie, and then we'd typically get another one like from the new release section, and you go to that new release section and you're like praying that one of the 30 boxes has the VHS behind it. You're like, please
be
still
there.
be there. Come on, I gotta see Wild Wild West.
Did you ever walk
All
up to
movies.
the desk and be like, "Hey, did you get any returns?"
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Oh, I
yes.
definitely-
You're like,
oh, yeah.
you're like, there was no Wild Wild West over there. Do you?
Yeah.
Jesus.
There's got to be
there's
somebody.
a reason. Like we burned them all.
Yeah, we did not put them out purposely because nobody was renting them.
They're like, actually, Will Smith called us and said, please burn all of
Yeah.
those movies.
They're like, please, there's plenty of selections of Flubber. Go get Flubber. There's plenty of choices of Flubber.
They're like, no, but we have Top Gun. And I'm like, yeah, you've seen it once, you've seen it a million times.
This one guy keeps renting it all the time, though.
Yeah,
He won't bring it back.
never returned it. Yeah, he never returned it.
He kept
That's
it.
actually what happened. I don't apologize.
So Kevin goes in to rent. They're like, no, you bring back Top Gun or you're not renting shit.
I don't wipe these tears. What does he say?
I don't wipe my tears away. I'm not ashamed of them. What's that darn thing gonna set?
That's a good
Dolphin
look.
safe
Good
tuna.
look. Where are we at on this rundown? This piece of garbage rundown. I'm just kidding.
Excuse
it says
you.
to play the Florida Man segment. You guys, Chase, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I don't know.
Are you ready? Are you going to get it?
Dun, 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 dun.
Florida man arrested for practicing blank on swans. Florida man arrested for practicing blank on swans. This is from Orlando, Florida. May or may
Obviously,
not have.
everybody knows.
I mean,
May
Kevin,
may or
I
may
mean,
not have been Kevin doing
down the street from Kevin.
the
Yeah, can we
practicing.
confirm? or not? This was Kevin.
Yeah, this is a good 18 minutes from my house. Yeah, Lake Eola. That's where the
Could've been
Swans
Kevin.
are.
Yes, as I
Everybody
said
knows.
on this recording, Lake Eola.
You can go do your little boat, your pedal boarding, pedal boat.
boating.
Pedal.
It's an
You can-
actual swan, I think.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. So maybe that's what he was doing. He's
Yeah,
practicing
yeah.
swanning
No,
on swans. No,
This
okay,
was
no.
homeless Bob on the
No.
side.
Okay, homeless Bob. Yes. Okay.
Homeless Bob.
So Kevin, Chris, what you got?
I'm gonna go target practice. I think he was trying to shoot the Swans. Seems to make sense for Florida.
I mean,
yeah.
I think I hope he wasn't. For peeing on the Swans. I really hope he wasn't peeing on those poor Swans. Leave the Swans alone.
Those poor swans.
Terrible.
You're both incorrect.
Oh, good. They weren't.
no
Florida man.
way.
Arrested for practicing karate on swans. He was kicking them and practicing karate on them, which he's lucky those swans didn't fuck him up.
Yeah, those Swans should have just kicked his ass.
Yep.
Swans are aggressive, but
That's what
not
I've
as
heard.
aggressive as a homeless man that doesn't believe in SPF. I'll show you this guy's face. Hold
No
on.
sunscreen on that guy.
I mean, this dude, he's got the old meth
Whoa.
lip.
Oh yeah, bro. That man is.
That dude. Wait, now that I look
Is
at
that
him,
not Kevin?
he looks like he's still on meth at this
He's
juncture.
100%
No,
still on meth.
1,000% still on meth.
He's like, you fucking telling me? Yeah.
You let me, that goddamn Swan. You let me the fuck out of here.
He's got fucking sun damage to the top of his head. Which why did you
Yes.
choose?
Extensive.
Why
sun
did you
damage.
choose to shave your head? You probably not the best idea as a homeless.
Well, we don't know for a fact that he chose to shave his head, Kevin.
He might have just lost his hair.
It might have
Might
been
be bald.
natural.
Did the Andre Agassi, where he started to go bald and he was like,
Yeah,
nah,
just
take it down.
embraced it. Yeah.
Just take it down. But yeah, I do like his minty color shirt. Definitely that's a popular color here in Florida. So shout out.
Kevin's
to
gonna go
that.
out the lake, look for this man.
Looks
Hey,
like
yo,
good.
would you get
Looks
that
like
shirt,
good
bro?
material. Yeah. Go out to
He's
Lake
like, "Don't fucking
Eola
talk to me."
and
I'll be
and
honest,
try and
I
find
can't
him.
stare at him anymore. I can't stare into his eyes. It's fucking terrifying. It's just terrifying.
Looking in
He
your
is
soul.
definitely a scary white. So,
I have those.
yeah.
Oh man.
Let's get out of Florida. What do you say? We got some voice nuggets, and we do appreciate every single person that leaves a voice nugget
Sure
for
do.
us. And if you're not sure how to do that, you can go on our website, leave us a voice nugget there. You can also go on social media, any of our social sites, Cup to Cup Show, and send us a little DM. Or you can directly email Christopher. Chris, give us your just give us your phone number. Out loud.
I think you already have it, but I'll be happy to give it to you again.
don't do it, don't do
Your
it.
social also would be nice though.
Oh, Chris. No.
Hey, find me on X. Just send it to us on X. I'll get it.
Yeah, and Cup to Cup Show at Gmail. You can also send us a little email as well. But we got Blair. I don't have a Blair intro yet, but he deserves one, and he's got 3 voice nuggets for us today. I'm gonna play the first one here.
Boy.
Hey, fellas, it's Blair. So one of the funniest things I experienced in this podcast was this past episode where Chase tried to explain the one English concept he understood was the Oxford comma. And then
I explained it
proceeded to
perfectly,
get it
as
wrong.
I always do.
Kind of close, but wrong. So the point of the Oxford comma is to separate the last 2 items in a series of 3 or more and indicate that they all belong together to avoid some kind of confusion. So the classic example, there's like a meme online where it's like, I love strippers, Hitler, and Stalin. And so without the Oxford comma, I love strippers, comma, Hitler and Stalin could mean you loved 2 strippers whose names are Hitler and Stalin. Or I love strippers, comma, Hitler, comma, and Stalin just means that you love strippers, Hitler, and Stalin as 3 separate people or things, concepts. And Chase, go to swim, go to run, go to, like the presence of a verb before each one. There's no.
Yeah, don't put verbs in there,
That's
Chase.
not Oxford.
God damn it, Chase.
I am known for my
Pretty
fast
funny.
thinking.
But then we jump to Florida Man, and there are 4 idiots trying to suss their way through a single sentence and really just not getting it. So
You had it at 4 idiots. Yep.
Classic accidental comedy from you guys.
Yeah. I mean, we're dumb. There's no two ways about that, and
Can't argue that.
I think we've been pretty clear about that from the start. We're not smart guys.
We're all
but-
very dumb.
Yeah. Number 2.
You don't say that.
Blair again. The bold meat conversation was, I think, a product of poor Googling or wrong word choice, because every flavor or every meat that was mentioned
ChatGPT.
after Googling was like heavily spiced or smoked. So are we really talking about the flavor of the meat or the spices like paprika in pepperoni and chorizo, or smoking adds a lot of flavor, or sausage usually has fennel and cumin and additives that give it extra flavor? Or are we talking about meats that have a distinctive flavor? Ham is very recognizable. Lamb,
Ham.
certain meats, you can definitely tell the difference between beef and pork, but like chicken and turkey are very like mild and non-distinct. So,
Rocky Mountain oysters.
just kind of wanted to clear that up. Also, Jason, I feel for you with the reversed roles. I do all the cooking in my house, and the other day I didn't feel like meal prepping, and I asked my wife, I was like, "Hey, you gonna meal prep this week?" And her response is that we'll just starve. So yeah, definitely feel you on that.
Peanut butter and jelly all day, every day.
I mean, I do like some
Nothing wrong with
PB&Js.
PB&J.
There's
yeah.
nothing at all wrong
I
with
love a
PB&J.
PB&J.
That's what I'm saying.
Name one
You're not
thing.
going to starve. You just take some bread and you slap some peanut butter and jelly on it. And if you feeling frisky, you can toss a cut up banana on that bitch.
Yeah.
If you feel
Frisky.
so frisky.
Yeah.
That is frisky. I agree. That's super frisky. Putting a banana on a peanut butter and jelly
Chase's
sandwich.
definition of frisky.
Chase like, I'm feeling wild today, boys.
Woo! Give me that
Come here,
banana.
ladies.
Woo,
Come
buddy.
here,
That banana.
ladies. Blair is not done, and shout out to Blair.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one more. He's just got to clear the air about some things.
Sorry, guys. Last one. This one will be quick. I guess this episode just spoke to me, but Chris,
Oh, Pop.
Yeah.
Ken.
reading again, and you definitely named two of my favorite genres, sci-fi.
Got you.
Especially dystopian sci-fi and like murder, thriller, mystery. So book recommendation, whenever you finish whatever book you're on now, Red Rising, I think you said. Gone World by Tom Schwetterlich is awesome. It's like it's both
Schwetterlich.
like time travel
Sweet
sci-fi
name.
and
It is a sweet name.
procedural mystery. Also, if you want to do like a book club, hit me up. We can drink some crisp waters and talk about whatever book we're reading. I read all the time. Love reading. Sorry, Kevin, I don't mean to be offensive.
For the record,
Offense taken.
I am 100% down to do a Cup to Cup book club on one condition. No crisp waters, loaded
I mean, a
Coronas.
couple crisp waters.
With no waters,
Crisp
just
waters.
loaded Coronas with straight vodka in it. Yeah. Not
That's gonna be a
flavored.
deal breaker.
Unflavored.
It's going to be a deal breaker.
Nope. Unflavored vodka only.
Yeah,
a
we'll get
bold
some.
choice.
We'll get some La Cruz and call it a day. You know?
La Cruz.
No. All right.
Okay. I'll have to.
I tried. I really did.
That's pretty bad.
All right. I'm excited about this.
You always are.
We have what we call Chris's random Twitter finds. Chris, you want to hit the intro? Go ahead.
Yeah. You want to do Slim Down for what? You want to wait for it? We can wait.
Let's do it.
You want to space?
No, let's
All
do
right.
it.
All right,
We'll
we're
do
doing
it.
it.
We have Slim Down for what? This is from our boy. Oh, burp in the middle of that. From our boy. Henderbeard. Here we go. Slim Down for what? This is his segment where he breaks down a food or beverage. He's been doing it for a couple weeks now. Excited.
Come now.
What's up, fellas? It's Henderbeard. Time for another edition of Slim Down for What? As promised, I'm going to review the Mountain Dew Baja Cabo citrus flavor that they just came out with. It's Baja Blast and Mountain Dew Livewire or some other orange soda mixed together. It's nothing special, nothing to write home about, nothing crazy.
Sorry, Bob. Bless.
I don't like Baja Blast to begin
Baja
with.
Blast.
So for me, it's like a 2.2 out of 5 Slims. If you do like Baja Blast, maybe add a point to that. But it's nothing special. Happy Cinco de Mayo, though.
Hell yeah. Peace.
Around here, we call that Happy Will's birthday, actually. So, and Teresa's birthday, and Happy
The
Teresa's
Risa.
birthday. Yeah, the Reese's.
The Risa.
The Risa. I'd try this, I think. I don't really like Baja Blast, but it's got a little Cabo citrus.
Is it
know,
zero
why the
sugar?
fuck-
Kevin's in.
Is it
Kevin's
zero
in.
sugar?
That's a
what
good
I need to
question,
know.
Chase.
Yeah.
They do have two versions of it.
Do they?
One
Okay.
with sugar and one without.
Okay. All right. I'll take the sugar.
You can either be a
please.
pussy or you can't.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll
it's
take
up
the
to you.
sugar, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you man up and put some sugar in your bloodstream, all right?
Brother.
Brother.
All right. Next, now we have random Twitter finds. Chris, this is your intro for Reddit. Go.
Random Twitter finds.
With Chris.
There you go.
It's beautiful, actually. Kev, pull that up. You pull that up for me, Kev?
Pull that up.
Pull the clip.
Yeah, I sure will. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Kevin, for pulling this up, actually.
There you go. Just get into it, Chris.
We're just going to get right into it. This bracket, we're going to
Is
fly
it dumb?
through
Yes.
Kind of dumb, but it's okay. It's enjoyable. This is what is the best first. So the best first thing you've done. We got 16 of them. We're going to fire right into it. The very first matchup. Number 1, your first nut, or number 16, the first night with a new gaming console.
First night. First night with
Hell
a new
yeah.
console, honestly, like, it's cool and
That's
all,
a good
but like
one.
you're still learning the console and shit. So like it's a lot of just like downloading shit and like you're not even really playing. that
Downloading
much.
shit. You download shit when I was a kid. You fucking throw in a game and
threw the
you
game in
fucking
and-
ball out, you know?
Well,
Greatest
I
night
took
of my
this.
life.
I guess I took this to mean. It doesn't say with the first ever console. It just says with
First
a new
night with a
console.
new console.
With
Yeah.
a new
Just a
console.
brand new
just
console.
every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going first nut, but yeah, the console's good, though.
Just fuck
Kevin?
it, whatever. No, I already said, Brandon, it's a console.
All right. Well, you lost, so
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah, thank you.
You're so welcome. Next one, number 8, first time making a big sports play, or number 9, the first leg scratch after taking dress socks off. I mean, I
That's
didn't even
stupid.
scratch my leg after taking
That's
off
stupid.
dress socks.
It's definitely the first big sports moment. It's not even close.
It's got to be, surely.
This socks thing is so dumb.
Like, I don't take off my dress socks and work like, oh, God.
Oh my God, just itch it. Like
Also, you like if you're itching, you can reach under your sock.
Yes.
Like,
You don't
what
have to
are we
wait.
doing
Nope.
here, man?
When I'm off work. When I'm off work.
no itching of your
No,
socks.
nope.
What's wrong with you? It's so
sock-
bad. I got to wait till 4
You
o'clock.
can't get under the sock until you completely remove it.
It's not time to get off work. I cannot
I
scratch my
can't
leg.
itch it. I can't itch
Damn
it.
It's definitely first big.
You itch
sports
that like you're fired, son.
Yeah. Shit.
Did you see Kevin over there? He was itching his leg. It's like
Fired.
he's got an itch under his sock. It was
Oh, I already fired him.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
gone.
okay.
He's gone. Please
We
escort
can't
him
have
out
that.
of the building.
We can't have that in our place.
Not up in here.
Not up in here.
Next is number 14, the first adult paycheck, or number 13, the first day of a vacation. I mean, I want that paycheck. That first paycheck.
I
When I
bet
first
you do.
saw that account
Fucking
was
big
like,
money,
yeah.
Chris. And BMK.
Yeah.
It's the
BM
first day of a vacation, especially if it's like a long vacation, man. And you feel like you have the whole world in front of you. You have no responsibilities. You do whatever
Chase
the
just
fuck
sitting
you
there
want. You're the king of this world.
Day one. Kevin, you
I
got to
would
break
have
the
paid
tie.
$5 million to guess that Chase would have said the first day vacation.
I mean, I knew Chase was going to say
Dude
first
is
day
the
of vacation.
king of vacations.
Vacation's
yeah, but
nice.
it is
I'm
the
not going to
same.
apologize for liking vacation.
It's the same for me though. I mean, you got the
Vacation.
you got. It's the beginning, like you said. You know, you can crack a beer.
So
at
many
10 a.m.
possibilities.
Nobody's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" You know, and be like, "Fuck off! I'm on vacation." You know,
I'm on vacation.
I worked my ass off for this moment.
Yep.
You know,
Oh, bro. It's beautiful.
Suck
It's
my-
wonderful.
Dude, Chase is getting so horny thinking about the next vacation. He's like, oh my God.
Whew, man, I'm starting to sweat.
Woo, easy, easy. Next up on this side is number 5, first party, against number 12, first time swearing. I mean, it's the party. It's got to be a party.
Yeah.
I don't even remember swearing for the first time.
No, I don't.
I don't either.
What word do you think you said the first time?
Probably
Shit.
like something like I was gonna say something like
Shit. Shit sounds
or,
right. Yeah.
Or like,
Does
damn
damn
it.
count? Does damn count?
I think counts technically as a swear word.
I swear to God, I thought I heard Avery yesterday said, "I'm fucking out of here." And I said,
Excuse
"What did
me?"
you say?" And she goes, "Nothing. I'm just tired of like I'm." And I was like, "Well, I understand that. What did you say?" She says, I said I'm leaving. Like, I'll be back.
She said
I was-
it. She said,
I was
I'm
like-
now
Yeah,
convinced
she's like,
that
I'm
she said
fucking
it.
out of here.
I was like, you better not have said what I thought you said. Well, what did you think I said? I said, I thought
Oh,
you
she
said the
said
F word.
it. Oh, she said it. She
Yeah, I can
100%
repeat it.
said it.
I did not say that.
She's like, he almost caught me.
He almost, I gotta be faster, gotta be quicker.
She's like, fuck, I got to be careful when I say that kind of
Shit, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, it's definitely first party though. I mean,
For
I
sure.
remember my first party, my big party at Florida State.
That's a good place to have a good first big party.
You chose
Down by the
a great
stadium.
spot.
That's it. Oh yeah.
Down by the stadium, they had like a little apartment complex area called Indian Village. Back in the day, it used to be called. I don't know what it's called now. But if they just shut the whole
great
fucking
question.
place. I mean, every fucking place there had a keg, and I had a
Just
cup.
walk in anybody's house.
Yeah.
There were kegs. You're like,
Meanwhile, in high school, you're trying to sneak Zimas from your parents' outside fridge. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like something you were doing. I'm not.
I was like, that's exactly. She's like, I was stealing the Zimas.
I'm
Yes,
that was just a hypothetical. I don't know.
sure was. Next
I
one,
think your
number
parents listen
two.
to this, right?
Yeah. It's like that's where all those goddamn Zimas went all those times.
Also, your mom
Number-
drinking Zimas as well.
Number 2, first time getting drunk / high. Number 15, first cheat meal while dieting. I mean,
I don't diet, so this
First
is
time
easy
getting
for me.
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting drunk.
what would be? Okay, Kev. What would be your cheat meal though? If you were like on a strict diet, what would be that cheat meal? If you're like after that like The Rock, his Sunday cheat.
I think
meal.
a
What
lot
would be your
depends on
Sunday cheat
what
meal?
the diet is too.
It's fair.
Like, what have you been depriving
Say
yourself
no
of?
carbs, right?
No
Like, this
carbs.
is-
So then I would assume you want that cheat meal to be all the fucking carbs.
yeah, give me that pizza, boy. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
It'd probably be pizza regardless. I mean,
Maybe, well,
You-
I was
I
going to
don't
say
get
steak,
pizza.
but most diets, steak is perfectly fine.
yeah, I'm okay with that too.
Unless it's vegetarian or vegan.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? Cheat meal, what is it going to be?
I mean, sure. Taco Bell would be a great one. Is it a cheat
Chase?
meal if I eat it on the regular?
Yeah, right.
I mean, it really depends, but
It's chasing the question.
probably a carb heavy one like pasta or something. I'm not a huge pizza guy, so probably pasta. Maybe Indian food.
Your obsession with Indian food.
I love Indian
It's-
food.
It is. It
When's
is.
the last
it
time
is a
you had? I
special
mean, do you
obsession.
eat it that often?
No, rarely.
Okay.
I think that's why.
I've
But
ever
when I
had
do, I go ham on it.
Oh, I Chase walks in that shop and they're like, "Oh yeah, here comes trouble." Chase walks in like it's fucking going down.
They're like, hey, fire it up, guys.
Get the grill fired up. Here he is.
Get the naan bread working. Like we got, you know.
You don't
Chase
have to
is
say
just rubbing his
bread. You can
hands,
just call it
looking at the
naan. It's
menu.
understood that it's bread.
So he's been so much he gets.
I'm
He understands.
goddamn sorry. Hey, my bad.
Shame.
Next one, number
Shame.
7, your first Fortnite win. Number 10, your first irresponsible purchase. That first Fortnite
I mean,
win was
obviously, this
damn
is
good.
first Fortnite win. I'm a professional Fortniter. I've got so many wins, but that first one of my
It's special.
thousands,
It's special.
of my thousands, that first one really stands out to me.
So many.
I wish I had my first one saved or something somewhere.
I do too,
mean,
actually.
It was definitely probably with you boys, you know.
Yeah,
But
with
I'm
me,
voting
probably.
for
I
that.
probably carried the team.
Yeah, for sure. Chase was
oh, not
leading
you,
with kills
Chase.
in that one.
Yeah,
No,
definitely
I
not
carried
Chase.
the team. I was building all of the skyscrapers.
For me, it was definitely the irresponsible purchase. Though I in college, like I decided I was going to take $900 and use that on a 32-inch, 720p LCD TV.
Now we're talking.
He
And I
put
brought
it up
that-
like Michael in The Office, just in the corner.
Bro, I had it mounted on the wall with pride. You know,
Sometimes I'll
like
stand here for hours watching this TV.
It's an office quote, Kevin. You wouldn't get it.
oh, okay.
Don't face your fears. You ride them.
You ride them. You ride them.
Yeah, so $900 for that back in the day. I mean, it weighed about 6,000 pounds, give or take 2 pounds.
Nice.
But yeah, super dumb. A year later, that thing probably cost like $200. You know, so
A year later, they came out with flat screens.
yeah, exactly. It weighed.
'Cause I could have waited a year and
pounds.
gotten a flat screen.
I actually had to pay them to take that TV off of my hands.
I kept that sucker for a while, but you know, she gone now. Obviously.
So, you know,
Obviously.
Chase,
Chris,
Chase,
what about
Chase,
you?
Chase was. I voted Fortnite win. That first one, that's
shit.
special.
No, it's
couldn't-
irresponsible. I just have too many Fortnite wins to remember the first one, so it's irresponsible
yeah.
spending.
Bless you.
Oh, sorry.
Next one is number 3, first time going somewhere without your parents, or number 14, first sip out of a canned soda, because apparently that's
I mean, as much as
epic to
sipping
some
out of a
people.
canned soda is basically, the best thing in the world, I'm going to have to go with the first time
oh yeah.
going somewhere without parents.
Friday night at the movies, baby. Let's go.
At the mall, bro.
Tallahassee
Were you-
Mall.
Oh, you were a
Let's fucking
Tallahassee
go.
baller, huh? You weren't Governor Spree?
Yeah.
I was Tallahassee too. You think young Chase and young Chris cross paths?
For sure. And I was like, look at that fucking douchebag walking by.
Yeah, as you walked by the mirror, yeah. I
Yeah, I'm
gotcha.
like, look at
I
that fucking
gotcha.
douchebag, his sleeveless shirt. Look
You
at
had
him.
your Hot Topic on, and
His puka shell.
I did not.
Puka
I
shell
definitely had a puka shell. I did not frequent the hot topic.
maybe you had some soaps on, or
soaps
Some
on? I don't know.
what's the shoes? Weren't they called soaps?
I don't
They're
know.
like
what
skater
shoes you're
shoes.
referring
Am I
to.
wrong here?
The Vans, you mean?
No, maybe.
I mean, I have Vans. I don't know what the hell soaps are.
bro,
Some baggy jeans, maybe a chain wallet.
did you have a
No, I
chain
did not have a I
fuck
sure
no, I
did
didn't
not have a chain wallet. Confirmed, did not have one of those.
I don't understand the excitement out of taking a sip out of a soda can. What the fuck is that? Like, I don't even remember it because it wasn't even that like euphoric.
It wasn't
for
like,
me,
oh
you
my
know? Like,
god.
like it melted
that's a
my
stupid
heart
one.
or something. Like,
Again, at the bottom, you can't quite read the words, but it says, I can see it actually now that I'm looking.
Okay.
It says, first sip out of a canned soda after being in the desert for 72 straight hours with no food or water.
well, I've never
So-
been in that situation, so I'd assume
I'm still
even
taking
still,
number 3.
first
Yeah.
time going somewhere without parents.
Correct.
You know,
That's the
like
correct
you said,
answer.
that drop off is something else. You know, like
Ooh, you felt
like,
so when you walk away, you're like, later, mom. You felt like a fucking badass.
Oh, man.
Right? My parents.
And the
used to
other
drop
people
me
are
off
walking in
at
too,
the
you're
youth
like,
center. We used to get dropped off for like overnights, you know, like the youth center, and it basically was just like, we're gonna pick you can drop them off now. You can pick them up at like 2 a.m. You know, and we'd be like, we're staying overnight, man. We're gonna stay up
Fuck
all
yeah, we
night.
are.
You know?
Fuck yeah.
You're gonna stay up till 2, really, man? That's crazy.
Heck yeah,
bro.
I am.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Crazy
skate all night.
shit, bro.
I'm gonna skate and play basketball. I got my roller. Mom said I could bring my rollerblades with me.
Yeah, I brought my blades out here.
I brought it
Hell
from
yeah.
home. I'm not even renting.
That place was
I brought
sweet.
my
though.
own.
I mean, think about it. It's like they had like a PlayStation set up in one room. You could they had like a DJ playing music all the time. You had a concession stand, and then you had like the basketball court where you could like skate or play basketball.
You
and
skated
shit.
on the basketball court?
Goddamn right, boy! I used to
Yeah.
shred that shit, dude. They shred it.
That
in
is
the middle of the
actually pretty
basketball
cool.
game.
That is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, goddamn right. So yeah,
Nice. And then the final matchup, number 6, first shower after traveling, or number 11, first time going to the casino.
That first shower after traveling is
Oh no.
you just feel so bro, you just feel so
where are you
tired
traveling
and gross. Anywhere, dude, on an airplane. I'm picturing this
can't
as like
relate.
you just got off an airplane.
Yeah, I've done,
and
like,
you
2
just got
airplanes in my
home
life.
after being at the airport for probably your whole life because your flight got delayed 7 times. And so you finally get home and you can
These
just
rich
fucking
people
wash
problems.
all that shit off.
This really are frequent flyers
Wash-
over here. I've flown in
wash
3
all
years.
the pores, juice, off of you. You know, like,
Goddamn pores. Let me take a shower.
I need Jason to be here, bro. Having this conversation with Chris, who's flown once in his life, and
Twice.
Kevin.
Twice.
and then just Kevin.
no, you don't. No, Chris, it's once. It was just the return flight doesn't count. You flew once.
Yeah,
goddamn
it was a
right
separate
it counts.
flight. I'm
That's
just
a
saying,
flight.
it was a
No, it's
separate flight. I'm counting it.
You
Strike the
flew
record as
somewhere
2
and you
flights.
flew back. It was one trip. You flew
Oh,
one
bullshit.
time.
That counts, Chris.
The record
as one
shows 2
flight.
flights for Chris. I don't give a
Let
shit.
the record show.
When you booked it as one thing. Round trip is what you clicked.
I got a round trip for you. I'm voting the casino though, because I remember the first time in a
same.
casino, I was just like, "Holy shit!" Very overwhelmed, and also probably very drunk at that time.
I mean, I just remember like you. For me, it was trying to figure out how to get the free drinks. You know, like
But
First
when
time
you
it-
find that out,
bro, I was like, I've been sitting here at this. They're like, just go sit at the little penny slots, And I'm like, I don't know how to fucking play these things. And next thing you know, I bet I put in $15 in this thing, and I still haven't got a goddamn drink.
You're like, I could have just bought a $15 drink.
Exactly, bro. And then they finally come around, and I'm just like, give them a good tip, so they keep coming. I give them a good tip. Don't see in front of the 30 minutes. And I'm just like, this is like, fucking stupid, you know?
Cool. I lost all my money and ended up paying more for a drink than I would have if I had just got it at the bar.
Oh, no, I did the tip constantly. They're coming back. I was like 2 sips in. I was like, come on, another one.
Bring him back.
It's great.
Eventually, I sat down like a roulette table, and this is where I found my love for roulette. And then a lady just basically stood there and was like, "What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? You need something? You need something?" And then I got drunk, and I lost every single dollar that I've ever had in my life.
And I lost all my money,
which was $27.50 at the time. So
that was one chip, probably.
Yeah, exactly. But that first time you hit on roulette, bro, if you hit a number on roulette, that needs to be on this fucking thing right here.
Hitting.
Take out first time going to casino, first time you hit number on roulette. That would be my winner.
There's a lot you could take out.
What is your most success? What is that your most successful? Like how much? What's the most you won in a casino?
Oh, I think maybe $200 maybe or something. You know, I'm no Bill Hellmuth over here or something, you know.
Good reference. All right. Yeah. He's a poker player. Professional poker.
I'll say I think it was Tila's brother's bachelor party in Tampa. I won. I think it's like $630.
Nice.
Able to pay my stay at the house we stayed at, and then Tila's still pissed this day because I was like sitting at the other machine. He's like, no, come sit on this one. I was like, all right. And then he's like, you motherfucker! I told you to go sit on that. You win $600.
Oh, so you did it on like a slot machine?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then the best part is I got off it. Guy slides right in. I was like, no, man, you're not. No, come on.
You missed it. You missed it, bud.
Yeah. We saw 10 minutes later. He got up. He's like,
what are the machine sharks where they just like follow? They just wait for someone to hop off the machine.
Oh yeah, that's exactly. I mean, I had barely gotten up. He had slid right in there.
That's gonna get clipped. Yeah, that's gonna get clipped.
That was a little gay.
Slid right in there.
And I'm cool with it.
Jose's gonna be happy that you're cool with it.
His eyes like, So, next round, number 1, first nut against number 8, first time making a big sports play.
Sports play.
Yeah, it's sports play. I remember making that first diving catch in Little League, you know.
You hear
you go back to, everybody, hey,
going crazy.
The kid that made that catch after the game. Yeah, man, that was me. No big deal.
Well, that, your teammates all
high-five you
in the way.
Yeah. Like, oh! Yeah,
you're like,
I remember my first home run too. I went to school with this kid. He was playing catcher on the other team, and I walk up to bat. It was a key situation in the game, and he goes, "Oh, what's up, Kevin? How are you?" I was like, "Shut up,
shut the fuck up."
See it locked in, bro. Locked the fuck in.
I love the intensity.
Hey, right over the fucking fence.
You didn't call your shot, did you? Or you just like? That's where it's going. That's where it's going.
Couldn't do all that. He hadn't hit one yet, Chris. You can't call your own shot if you haven't hit a home run yet.
Yeah, you got to wait till you're at least 17 for that, you know.
Yeah.
17's the cutoff.
No.
Next is number 13, first day of vacation. Number 5, first party. I mean, I'm going
this one's
first
harder.
Party.
This one's harder, but I'm going first day of vacation. First party is great, but that first day of vacation, man.
It's party. It's party for me.
Party.
I mean, that is just.
Chase checks in, stands on the balcony. He's like, damn
bro,
we have made it.
It's beautiful.
This whole week is mine.
I've told it a million times. When I would get off like work before going to vacation, I would play that one song every time.
Go ahead.
What song would that be?
Hey, I'm on vacation.
Just that car ride. Chase just bobbing around, driving home just on vacation.
All that stress just sweats out of you, and you're there. You're vacation mode.
Vacay mode, fucker. All right,
Chase,
but big party's moving on. First
no, it's like Bradley Cooper in The Hangover when he like gets in the car and the kid like tries to talk to him. He's like,
I don't know
I'm on
you.
vacation. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. Yeah.
Number 2, first time getting drunk / high, or number 10, the first irresponsible purchase. Drunk or high?
Drunk.
Definitely drunk.
Yeah. Give me a beer, boy.
Yeah, beer. Beer me that beer.
Might have been his same weekend as that first party. I don't even know, dude.
Kevin had
I
them
was-
both on the same exact
I was
weekend.
too drunk to remember.
Hell of a fucking time, dude. Number 3, first time going somewhere without your parents, or number 11, first time going to the casino.
First time going somewhere without your parents.
Yeah, I think it's got to be.
Yeah, it was close, but
Bro,
doesn't matter.
you post up at the mall, man, and you're just living.
You
that
get out of the
life.
car, your mom's like, I'll be back at 9:30. Like, yeah, whatever, bye. Donald give
You
a
kind
shit.
of giggle as you walk into Spencer's. Yeah, good stuff.
Giggle walking. You're so stupid shit.
What is that?
We are.
What is that?
Oh my god! Look, there's a poster that says "hauling ass" and it's got a girl's ass on it.
Damn.
They sell lingerie in the back. Watch it.
Then you ever walk down?
Also
You walk
giant
ever walk
black
down to?
dicks, too, you know. Who the fuck is it? Not us, right, bud?
Not us.
Hey, you not us, buddy. Not us, buddy. Final 4. Number 8, first big time making a big sports play, or number 5, first party.
It's got to be the sports play, man. Just
Kevin?
that moment. That
Yeah.
especially for
agree.
someone that I feel like that first big play can help like hook you into a love of sports.
That first party was awesome. But
It
that,
was.
like,
That party last night
Hell yeah, I love college.
was awful wasted.
Wake up at 10.
Wait, then do it again.
Yeah, I love college.
That song just really spoke to Kevin. That was
Yeah.
that was
I
it.
bet when you were at that party, you were fucking jamming. to
Oh,
that
he was
fucking
singing
song.
along. He
You
was
know you
screaming
were.
at the top of his
that
lungs.
song did not exist when I was at my first party.
That's true. That was like 1999 when you were at that. It was like 10 years ago. So also, who's going to the championship? Number 2, first time getting drunk or high, or number 3, first time going somewhere without your parents?
Getting
I'm
drunk.
gonna go.
Yeah, it's got to be drunk.
Yeah, drunk.
Drunk. Yeah, first time you get a little sippy sip. You know, you start to get a little buzz, you know.
Yeah, beers will get you. I remember it was Bud Lights, 6-pack of Bud Light.
I might have had Corona for my first, like, drunk, but my first, like, party drunk. Are we talking about, like, party drunk or just, like, first time chill drunk?
That's a good question.
This first time drunk was I went to a party, so I guess it was both. Technically, it was my first big party. Actually, was also getting drunk at.
Yeah, I think
6-pack
both
of
of mine
Bud
were in
Light.
Tallahassee, you know. Mm-hmm. I mean,
Makes sense.
the first time I got drunk, like, drunk with friends, like, partying, I was, like, just visiting. I wasn't even I wasn't even living in Tallahassee yet. And they took me
crazy
out on
Tally weekend.
But you were
different
already
parties.
living that Tally life before you even lived in Tally.
Yeah, bro.
Tally, brother.
That's what it
So
felt
the
like.
championship is number 8. First time making a big sports play against number 2, getting drunk or high.
Sports play for me, I mean, is euphoric. You know, it was all about me, all about that moment. People going crazy, people looking at you, you know.
Oohing and on, hollering.
Oohing on about you, about something that you've never done before, you know.
that you
and
did
then
with
you
your
know.
own bare hands.
Yep, exactly. So
Yeah, I
that's
gotta
gotta
agree.
be
I
that
gotta
for
go
me.
sports.
Oh yeah, dude.
Sports play.
That's crazy.
There's
Number
time
eight.
few
getting drunk
things.
was cool,
There's
but-
few things in the world that are better than just like doing something amazing while playing sports. It's such a feeling.
Indeed, I agree with you. It's an upset, baby. Stick it in my ass.
It is the 8 seed, bringing it
Number
home.
8 seed. There you go. All right,
have
what
it,
do we got
Big Shoe.
next? We're gonna do dad tip. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick, and then I'll be right back. We're gonna do dad
I'm
tip.
gonna do the same.
Fuck maybe.
Are you supposed to be on your iPad? You know what, young lady? Do you want to go to timeout? 1, 2, 3. It's time for dad tip. Dad tip this week. It's just a follow up from last week. Remember last week, folks, we talked about we're gonna have the talk. So we sat down and had it. And And let me just say, if you go into it and it's structured and it's, you know, you go into it with a plan and you go into it with an open mind, I think you're going to be in a good situation. I'm not saying you got to go in there with bullet points and, you know, a chat GPT like layout of exactly what you want to talk about. But I mean, you kind of understand, you know, the situation. You've had sex before and you know what it's like. So, we went into it, just kind of explained, you know, hey, we know what you're going to be talking about in school or what you talked about in school. Do you have any questions about that? I don't want to talk about it, you know, basically is how it went. And very closed off at first. And then,
which is understandable, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not
it's an
surprising
awkward moment.
at all.
It's awkward
Yeah.
for all of us. It's awkward for all of us, you know?
Yeah.
So eventually I was just like, all right, well, I mean, you know, the last thing you want is just like to like be in school and somebody's talking about something, you don't know what they're talking about, and then they make fun of you or something like that. So if you're gonna ask, you know, feel free. Me and Mommy, like we're an open door to this kind of stuff. I want you to talk to us about it first. So, and then she kind of opened up with some questions, you know, about that. So, you know, that was good. So I don't want to share everything just because, like, you know, like I said, I think that eventually this will be available to her for her to listen, and I don't want to
She'll
give
go
all of
back.
her business out there.
Yeah. She's going to
but-
blare the episodes and listen to them all straight.
Yes, not blare at loudness, blare at the person.
She, to be fair, she might also blare it loudly.
Possibly.
She might do that.
She don't need to. I talk loud enough, you know.
That's fair. That's fair.
But the good thing is we had follow-up conversation this week, and she, you know, had some follow-up questions too. So that just shows that she's comfortable in, you know, bringing the subject to us. And I think that's what basically you want to do with your kid is just keep that open door, and you don't want anything to be awkward. And the last thing you want her to do is to be browsing that internet and trying to find things, you know.
Do her own research, and it goes poorly.
Yeah, like, first off, let me just say, like, we allowed, so all websites are blocked on our iPad, except for, like, educational things, you know? And one was, like, a search for something that had, a Google search that had to do something to do with school. Apparently, if you allow that one Google search, you're allowing Google search for anything.
What?
Yeah,
That's
so
interesting.
keep that in mind, parents. If you allow one Google search for, like, let's just say, like, I don't know, National Geographic Google search, you know, then you're allowing a Google search to anything.
Well, we know why
you're
you
unlocking
wanted to
them
look
all.
up National Geographic.
I mean, I remember why I looked at National Geographic when I was
That's what I'm saying.
I was trying to see them boobies, you know.
Boobies.
But yeah, I fixed that. Just took that off of all Google searches off because, you know, there were some searches. Let's just say that, which
I
is
bet.
curiosity. Kids are gonna be curious. We were curious all as kids at one point too.
100%.
So you know, it's a lot more accessible for these kids. But
Yeah.
I encourage her to ask questions, and I'm glad she did. So
It's good.
it went well.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a couple years before you got to worry about that.
I got a
you
while.
know?
I got a while, and I'm okay with that.
It'll come quicker than you think. You know.
That's what she said.
I know Chris is gonna. You want to have kids one day too, so you know. I mean,
Yeah.
you better-
Maybe we'll have the talk. I never had the talk. I don't think any of us had the talk, but, you know.
Yeah, we
No,
talked
my-
about that last time. It was fucking
Yeah.
wild, right?
My parents
Apparently-
just put on. They put on like a video and just left the room.
Sat Chase down with a tape, like, watch this.
No follow up questions at all. They're
Yeah,
just like,
just watch
I
this.
think
this
they
will
did.
answer
I think
everything.
they're like, "Do you have any questions?" I'm like, "No, I want to go to bed."
I want to go to sleep
stroke
now.
that meat. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what he really.
got-
I need to go
he
to
got
bed. I'm
done,
so
he was-
tired.
I'm so
Great. First time seeing a vagina, he's like, "Ugh."
I need to go to bed immediately.
Is this what it looks like without the scramble on?
Bro, I remember the first time seeing some titties on my dad's Elton John record. There was just titties right there. I was like, well, look at that.
Well, look at that.
Well, look at those. There they are.
not as euphoric as Chris's hair right now. God, dude.
Sorry, it's long. I need to get
I
cut. It's
could
long.
I could take a swim in that fucking thing right now, to be honest.
You could. You sure could. Just swim in
anyways.
here. Usual stuff.
Let's get into Jose. We got Jose's. This is where it fucked
into
up.
Jose. Yes.
Probably not. Kevin's getting into Jose. No, this is where we fucked up. Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh, what is up,
Happy
my
birthday, Will!
people? It is
Teresa.
time once
And
again
Teresa.
for another edition of This Is Where We
And-
Fucked Up, the weekly fact-checking segment on the podcast where I call out the mistakes of the previous week. This week, we're diving into episode 295. Unfortunately, I'm not here in person to do that with you all this week. I am traveling again and tied up and couldn't make it onto the show, but no worries. I promise I'll be back next week. For now, I have a few call-outs from episode 295. It was a relatively clean episode once again. Hopefully the guys are generating plenty of hashtag content for me to bring you all next week. But for this week, we just have a few short fuck-ups to call out before I give you that moment of cringe. So what do you say we don't waste any more time and just dive right in? Because this is where we fucked up in episode 295. All right, so I'm not here in person, which means you have the pre-recorded version of myself, which means that there is probably nobody currently listening to this.
Straight from Carnegie Hall.
Our hosts are probably around right now, but that's fine.
That
we're going to go ahead and call these out. Now, like I mentioned, it was another relatively clean episode. So just two quick call-outs, and we're going to start off with investments. Now, if those guys did not run to the bathroom as soon as my segment started, they definitely are probably running now. Last week, Chris admitted that financial investing is something that he just does not get, no matter how much anyone tries to explain it to him, which gave Jason somewhat of an aneurysm. And now I understand this. It is very complicated. There's a bunch of acronyms and stuff. And Chris, you're such a big Leo fan that you probably think it looks something like Wolf of Wall Street, which to some capacity, sort of. But we're talking about the kind of financial investment that you would be doing as a normal sort of middle class human being that is preparing to build some sort of financial capital so that they have something to retire on. Now, Jason, you mentioned last week that I was going to come up this week with this huge long thing about, what we were about investments and all these things. I know that I've already lost you all on the show, and I don't want to lose the listeners as well. So I'm not going to dive super deep into it and put everyone to sleep. But what I did do is I did some hashtag research, and I just checked in with a friend of mine who lives here in Philadelphia and has some experience in this. And I just said to him, if you were explaining investments to a 5-year-old, what is the best way that you would explain it to a 5-year-old? And so he said to me, well, quote, "Hey, buddy, do you know how grandma gave you $40 for Christmas? Well, you can buy some candy and a video game, or you can invest it in something. Investment means putting it in something that you think will make more money, like investing it in a lemonade stand that you could buy lemons for 50 cents for, some water and sugar, and then you could sell that for $1.50 and make some money." And I was like, please stop.
No clue.
Talking to me like we're in an episode of Dora the Explorer, not like an actual 5-year-old. Why would you take this question so literal? Explain it to me just like somebody who doesn't understand it. And all he said to me is, quote, "Just remember that time in the market is way better than timing the market. Do some research on index funds and ETFs and pick some that match your investment horizons. So sort of what your goals are for the future and where you want to be. You'll have to sit there and really think of, what do you want to do when you retire? Do you want to be traveling? Do you want to just sit at home? How much money do you want to be able to sustain you after you retire? Then put money in them regularly and just forget about
next
it.
Business, isn't
so that was the explanation. Now, side note, Jason didn't mention ETFs, so I just want to explain what those are real quick. Those are exchange traded funds, which is a type of investment that is traded on the stock exchange like individual stocks. And the ETFs are different in that they offer diversification and access to a wider range of assets, including not just stocks, but also bonds and commodities. And it's all in one trade. So it's kind of like a package deal. They're designed to track the performance on a specific index sector or market theme. I'm going to put you to sleep. But those are considered low cost and efficient ways to invest. So maybe this is where you sort of want to start. Chris, and maybe have a conversation with a financial advisor, someone who manages your 401k, and see where you want to take your money from here. Essentially, the long and the short is that your money is a chicken, and the market is the Ronco, Showtime, Rotisserie, and barbecue. You just set it and you forget it. And that's the best that I could do for you, Chris, and I'm sure that you still have no idea what I'm talking about.
Can't imagine why.
One last one here, because the segment is just way too. We're using a lot of terms in here that are just not normal for a where we fucked up segment. So I thought that we would make sure to bring you some familiarity, and we can't possibly get through a show without talking about cum, and so let's talk about cum. Kev made sure that last week we did not get through the show without talking about cum, when he very humbly admitted that he had questions about, well, what does semen even look like after a vasectomy? Kev wanted to know about the looks and the texture and all of that after he had his mind blown 2 weeks ago when he learned that, yes, you still shoot loads after you have had the procedure done. Essentially, Kev, nothing really changes about the appearance. Nothing really changes about coming at all. The only difference is that there isn't any sperm in the semen, and you wouldn't really be able to see that unless you're looking at your loads in a microscope. The appearance and the volume of the semen will remain the same, as semen is primarily composed of fluid and only a very tiny portion of sperm. And the vasectomy prevents sperm from being transported in the semen, so it doesn't affect the overall fluid composition, the look, the volume, or even according to the internet, the taste. I wouldn't know. Or at least I don't know never mind. So there you have it, Kev. A little bit more cum knowledge for you, and can't wait to bring you more semen-themed fuck-ups to clear up next week. And finally, here is last week's moment of cringe.
Because I'm looking for the fill. And I got full-on spitting dick. Chorizo.
Chorizo.
That is it for this week, folks. I appreciate you all that have been reaching out and sending me fuck-ups and calling me out on my socials, which is really like no one, because no one does that. So, if I missed anything, if you're sitting here saying, how is it possible that those were the only 2 fuck-ups, tell me, call me out, slip into my DMs at HipHipJose14 on Instagram. A big thank you to Mayor Adamson, as always, for the supplemental producing. And until next week, peace.
Holy, my goodness.
That was something.
I gotta be honest, I didn't think I was gonna make it through there. And also, brother, we didn't need all that financial advice.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think my computer was gonna make it through there.
I don't think it's going to. Anyways,
yeah, it's going to be cutting it close after that lesson.
We were good until that.
I thought I was good, yeah, and then
until the 20-minute financial lesson, then
NFTs and BGBs and
Chase has a firm grasp on it.
I'm trying to find it. I don't get. Do we have an intro for this?
We definitely have one for this.
Yeah. I don't get it. Oh, no. It's
just audio. It's just audio, right? That's what it is.
Yes, it's just audio.
There we go.
Are you confused? Do things not make sense? Are you just not getting it? Well, lay it on me, brother.
My brother.
Still one of my favorite intros.
Brother, it is a good one. I went through all the records of since season 2 what I've been keeping to make sure I hadn't done this one, and I could not find that I have done it. I only noticed it, especially when we went to last weekend. Went to Nashville, and Courtney's mom was in town, and 2 or 3 different times it's happened on the interstate. I simply do not understand. I've seen it in town too. How the fuck do people drive continuous long distances with their goddamn blinker on? Explain it to me, because it's good. It's good. Well, number one, it's gonna make a sound. It's gonna make that clicking sound.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it doesn't. Sure, it lights in your fucking dash. There's an arrow pointing left or right in your dash. So we got on the interstate.
Yeah.
I mean, we got on the interstate, followed this one car for like 10 minutes. I almost wanted to like pull up next to him, and be like, turn your fucking blinker off, like, because it's just. Because I could tell people were getting behind them, and then were very confused because they had their blinker on, like they're merging right. It was. I just don't get it. Like, how are you that locked in or oblivious in the world that you don't see your blinker on or making that sound?
I mean, I think we've all definitely done it before.
For sure, but there's an acceptable time, and then there's like an unreasonable amount of time. Where it's like, how have you not noticed at this point?
You're either like so drunk or so old or just fucking
texting. Yeah.
It was 3 PM, so I hope they weren't shit-faced.
They're probably watching Top Gun. Yeah, they're watching Top Gun.
Of course.
I would never. Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you there. What is an acceptable amount of time? Like, what's the max time where you're like, all right, that's fine?
I mean, the last time it happened to me, I was like getting on the interstate and it didn't turn all the way, so my blinker was still on. It was maybe like 5 seconds, then I turned it off because I could hear the clicking.
But I think longer than 5 seconds is acceptable. I'd say most
48.2. 48.2.
That is still 48 seconds. A long fucking time.
That's a long time, but I do think that's about it. I think about 45 seconds is a lot, but we're talking like the max amount of time.
Max, yeah.
Yeah, and I think about 45 seconds is max, which is already long. I agree. Normally, it's within 5 seconds, but
yeah, I mean that clicking alone, I'd be like, shut up.
I know, but if like maybe there's loud music going on. Like, there's something that could happen that could distract you for like 30, 45 seconds max. But beyond that, there's just nothing.
You start to see other people's like behavior around you, like stopping. Like,
is he getting over? Or
yeah, like what? Are you merging? What are you doing?
Why are you acting like that, bro?
Why are you in the right turn lane with your left turn light on?
Yeah, what is this fucking guy doing, man?
People are like, get over, go, man. Like,
yeah, I'm trying to let you in.
Yeah, like
he's like,
I didn't want to go.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. There's definitely a limit. Yeah.
Definitely makes sense. I mean,
48.2 seconds is the limit.
48.2 sounds right.
Kevin.
Yep.
It's a little long, but yeah.
So at 49 seconds, I'm laying on the horn.
Yeah, you got to.
They don't turn that shit off. Why is this guy honking at us?
That was a good one, Chris. Not bad. You know,
it was good, not bad. It wasn't great.
It was good.
As you keep talking about it.
It wasn't great.
I mean,
I was a good one. Now that I think about it, I hated it. It was the worst thing I've ever heard.
We were here and we came all the way down to here.
That and Jose's explanation of stocks are like level with each other right now in my mind.
I mean, what he's gonna do is he's gonna say like, "Oh, you guys just don't understand it," so that's why
I definitely don't understand it,
and that's fine. No. But at the same time, like, this isn't the moment. This is not the moment to give us that 4-hour speech about what we need to invest in.
I'll just go watch Wolf of Wall Street again. I'll get it figured out.
Yeah, my thing was the explanation
exactly
within
what he said. Like, Chris probably thinks this is like Wolf of Wall Street or something.
Yeah,
it definitely.
I'll just go watch that movie. I'll just go watch.
I'll watch that, and then I'll follow it up with The Big Short right afterwards, and then maybe Moneyball.
Between those
that's
two,
that's gotta fit in there somewhere, right? Money,
I will have all
analytics,
the knowledge.
that's in there somewhere. For me, it was the explanation within an explanation within an explanation. He asked for an explanation and then asked for an explanation of the explanation. It's too much. It's too much.
Didn't he bring in a rotisserie chicken reference or some bullshit in there in the middle of it?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe there was a rotisserie chicken analogy.
That was there.
I mean, I watched that movie Dumb Money, about the GameStop.
So
guy,
Kevin's good.
I'm good.
Kevin's got
yeah,
it.
I'm
You're
locked
good.
in.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good.
got it.
We've all got our
You
movie.
should
We're
be.
fine.
You should be
We
the
got
one
it.
explaining it to him at this point.
IRA, and
that's fair.
and
I have one of those.
Hedge all the funds that you hedge.
Yeah, make sure you trim
Yep,
your hedges.
you clip them. You gotta clip. Yeah, you gotta trim them. Trim
Yeah.
them right up.
Give me access to the board so I can put crickets on both.
You
of
can
them.
even climb them sometimes.
Climb the hedges.
Yeah, you can
God.
climb
Moving
the
on.
hedges. Go
Moving
on
on.
right on over.
All right, let's get
Moving
into trivia.
on.
Yeah, moving the fuck all night.
Trivia.
I sure hope one of you got trivia, right?
I do. Yeah, I was just.
I'm
making
not
sure
in charge of the big
I knew
board.
which one was the correct one. All right, what is the speed of the fastest speeding ticket ever given out in the USA? So how fast was the car
USA.
going
Okay, that's something.
in the USA? I
USA.
can narrow it down to the state if you want. Texas.
Sure.
Yes.
So is
thank
it
you.
A, where it was the person speeding, and I'll even tell you what the speed limit was. The speed limit was
Thanks.
75. Speed limit was 75. Were they going 217,
Jeez.
242, 261, or 272?
242.
I don't think that was an option. Was it
It
241?
was. Yeah. 217, 242, 261, 272.
I'm gonna go 260s, whatever that was.
261.
Yeah.
So
The 261.
242 and 261, right?
Yeah.
You can
put it
on the board.
I was gonna.
Oh,
Let me wait. Pause before you say it.
Okay.
I was gonna say the same number as Chris, but I cannot. I'm not that guy.
Well, you should have, because that is
you're
the
not that
correct
guy.
answer. I'm trying to.
you should have been that guy, pal.
Why does it keep exiting? I was trying to read the thing, but now my fucking phone's going crazy.
That's why you do it on the computer that's in front of your face. It doesn't make
Thank
any
you.
sense
One of your
to me.
three
Still to this
computers that
day.
you have
All right,
access
so the
to.
fastest known speeding ticket was issued in May 2003 in Texas. The motorist was operating a. I'm not going to try to say that. Well, I am actually Cohen
Well, I
Segs CCR, a Swedish sports car, and was allegedly going 242 and a 75. The driver was arrested, and his sports car was towed.
Oof. Sucks.
Yeah, folks. There it is.
There you have it. Add a point.
Go ahead
Here
and
we
add
go.
that to Chris's commanding lead at this point.
I mean,
This dude's just trying not to do anything on the big board. Not any.
Yeah, I mean, except I'm going to have.
punishments.
I think I just said I'm going to have 200 possible points
Yeah.
for Christmas. 200, I think, is a good number.
I mean, there you
Good
go,
fair
Kev. So
number.
you're still in it. Just gotta keep it close by Christmas, and you're good.
Hey, don't worry about
Hi.
me.
No, that's
always
Chris's
fine.
second trivia point too. That's your first in trivia points too, brother.
I mean,
12 to
we're on-
8 to
we're on a hot
5 to
streak.
5.
We're on a hot streak right
Chris,
now. We're
Chris
feeling
is
good.
the new champion. Chris, guess what?
You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
and promoted.
Congratulations, Chris. He's
Hey,
Thanks,
thank you
Chris.
so much.
Congratulations.
all right, let's get
I love
the
the
fuck out of here, boys.
promotion.
It's been a long night. Love you guys so much. Anything else you want to talk about?
I'm just shocked my computer's it's made it. What a champ.
I mean, don't-
Can we talk about being promoted? Oh, it's going to die in the middle of this
Right.
sentence.
He's doing the
Chase,
thing.
You're not good at that. Yeah.
I was like,
We actually
no.
know exactly how you freeze up.
Yeah.
You're not good.
yeah, we're
That's
getting
fair.
good at
That's a
telling
fair
when you
point.
actually
That's
do
a
that.
fair point.
Let's get some outro music. Let's play some little. There you go. A little lo-fi music. Folks, thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right. Cup to Cup Show is where you can find us on all social sites. Now, there is one special place where you can find us a little bit different, and it's called Twitch. Twitch.tv/Cup to Cup is where you can find us on there, or you can just type in Cup to Cup on your Twitch search. Thank you. Make sure that you follow us on there. Make sure you follow us on all social sites. What we do is we go live on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for 7 Minutes in Heaven. So make sure that you're following us on that. We'd love to hear you. Huh?
I just said 7.
Oh,
Music's
That's
getting me
central.
fired up, man. Whatever.
Also, we have a Facebook group called the CTC OnlyFans. Make sure that you're on that Facebook group. We got lots of funny things. Our girl Naomi kills it.
Killing it.
On the
on the
CTC. She's killing it right now.
She
is
does.
fucking hilarious. She posted a video of her drinking out of the little jugs that we talked about on the podcast. It's pretty funny. Also, we have a website. Not to give you too much to think about, but I'm wearing a hat that's got some. We got some merch. We got some merch. Chase is wearing his Cheers 4th of July shirt.
Getting ready.
And yeah, we're getting ready. So,
Coming up.
Cup2cuplife.com is that website. You can find the merchandise. You can leave a voice nugget on there, like our boy Blair, like our boy Henderbeard that does all the time as well. We love all of you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are finally fucking out of here, boys. We did it.
Boom shakalaka.
Times.
Basically
Good
2
times.
recordings. We did it though. All right,
We did it. Bye.
Good night.